Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading to congratulate you for not letting temptation take over or not giving in to something that in the past you had, I think, in more than one situation, known it probably wasn't the right decision for you, but you did it anyways. This could be a behavior, this could be hanging out with, a group of people, this could be a romantic connection, but it was something that every time you made that choice, you were like, why did I do this? This was not what I wanted. And you've conquered that. That's not a temptation for you anymore. You feel like you've learned that lesson. So, congratulations. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you are interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. It's just my channel name at Gmail, so wickedonestarot@gmail.com. And I've also recently launched memberships. So if you would like to have a monthly reading, one of those tiers does offer that for you. All right, we're going to dive in with the Marigold Tarot. What else do we have? Ten of Cups in the reverse, the Hanged Man in the reverse, and the Page of Swords in the reverse. So you have this group of energies around you that make poor decisions. I feel like probably for many of you, this is around their love life or, general happenings. And I think for a while you were, swimming in the same group, right? This is what other people are doing, so I'm going to do that. Kind of like sometimes if I'm driving on the highway and I know the speed limit is 70, but I see a bunch of people doing 90, I feel a little more comfortable doing like 78. You know what I mean? There are people that are already kind of breaking the rules, then maybe I will, right? But worse, because this is like, I don't like how this group of friends make me feel, or I don't like, getting my hopes up regarding this particular love connection. And I don't want to be stuck trying to make things end differently. So I feel you letting go of this behavior, this group of friends, or this romantic interest that didn't do right by you. Yeah, you're ready for a new chapter with the world. You're kind of like calling it. So we have the Tower and the Knight of Rings, which is the Knight of Pentacles. It's taken a while to arrive at this conclusion, and maybe it's been a little bit difficult to say, okay, I need to change this or I need to let go of that, especially if routine has a sense of comfort, right? Usually it does. But the Tower indicates change. So while you may have known for a while you needed to make a change, I feel a lot of the concrete, like the actions associated with this, it happens quickly. Sorry. 10 of Swords in the reverse, 4 of Swords, and the Hierophant. It looks to me like this change in behavior is because you have a greater appreciation for what you would like to accomplish, what you want as far as like the 5 or 10-year plan, or what you believe is important. This Hierophant is authenticity and following your heart. I know what I want. I know what I believe. I know what I think I need to do. It's just a little bit of a challenge to break away from this group or this routine. King of Swords in the reverse, 7 of Cups in the reverse. And Justice in the reverse. I think you had a conversation with yourself. I think you said, look, if I continue to do this, then I'm probably going to run into some pretty big issues, or I'm going to be upset with myself for not like making this change earlier on. So you have a moment of clarity, or you give yourself a reality check. And for some of you, it may be because there was a catalyst. It may be there was some situation that made you realize how precarious things can be or how short life is. You've decided this is just like, I'm not interested in that same situation over and over again. This is the Tattoo Tarot. King of Pentacles in the reverse, Six of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Again, we just had that right here. There's been some financial issues tied to whatever's been going on, whatever's been kind of like difficult to walk away from. I do feel like there are some connections you see as transactional. I don't think you're actually my friend. I think you're just here for what you can get from the situation, or the only reason that, you answer the phone is because you think that you can get something from me. There's a hollow energy to these connections or this like group, and that is what you have clarity on. This situation, it's just not worth it. You don't see it being your future. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. You feel like you've spent too much money on this, too much time, wasted time. You want something new. There's an emotional maturity about your decision. I know I should have made this decision a while ago. I was maybe being a bit stubborn. I didn't want to let go of that old situation or that group of friends. They were kind of like a comfort blanket for a while. Or, for some of you, it could be like smoking cigarettes, or a codependent relationship, right? Because there was this little like fear about the new. The devil you know, right? Is better than the devil you don't. I don't always agree with that. And neither do you, it looks like, because you've decided, okay, I think I'm ready for a change. I really did just want to like pretend like I didn't need to because it seems like a lot of work. But now I'm getting to the point where I can't lie to myself anymore. I see that I would be happier if I went in a different direction. Eight of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse, Magician. Yeah, there's a repetitive, manipulative energy. Someone who always asks to borrow money, always wants to eat your food. Something that threatens your stability. But I really do feel for a lot of you, there's emotional manipulation happening. And you have found a way to say, no, not today. Maybe this has happened for a while. Maybe I, pretended like it was not a big deal that you're a fake friend. But now I see that what I really need to do is let go of this toxic energy or, choose better for myself. Knight of Cups in reverse. Because even though this is something I've been used to, or even though, maybe we've been friends for a really long time, or you were my first love, that doesn't like justify the empty promises or the disappointments, the betrayals, the flaky energy. I think you've managed to find closure for yourself in a situation where someone disappointed you, and accepted that one of the things that you can do for yourself is to not put yourself in that situation again. I'm proud of you. This is healing, and that's why strength came out at the very beginning. You're letting go of what has held you captive, or, cutting yourself free from it. This is the Situations deck. Hi, Michael. How are you doing? Did I forget to say Happy Easter to everyone? I'm sorry. Happy Easter, everyone. If you celebrate. Otherwise, just, hope you're having a good day. We've got legal and done. Court, paperwork filed, completion, lesson learned. So for some of you, we've got a change of address happening because a new environment would be a little bit I don't know, it would be conducive to this transformation for you. There's something on paper that has changed. For some of you, your lease is up, so you feel like you can do whatever you want in terms of where you want to live. Hi, Shane. How are you doing? Happy Easter. Likewise. What's up, who that? How are you doing? I'm glad, Michael. So we've got settlement, agreement, compromise, and gossip, petty, jealousy, and envy. Some of you may have some sort of court settlement happening. There may have been an accident or some, I might even see a little bit of a theft energy here. There's distrustworthy energy because the people that you have been surrounded by, they were the type to throw you under the bus instead of the type to build you up. So I do feel like either someone around you has been accused of some crime or you have had to report something. But I feel like because there is this like very public situation, it brings out the worst in some people or many of the people that you've been dealing with. For some of you, if you get a large sum of money, it makes it very clear to you that some of the people have been pretending to be your friend because they feel like they can then hit you up for a loan. This is the Noisy Tarot. What else do we have? Page of Pentacles and the Hermit. Seven of Pentacles. You're ready to invest in something new. The Page of Pentacles is fresh energy, looking for some new challenge, having a goal and working towards it. And with the Hermit, you have the wisdom that you need to be able to choose the right path or make the right foundational decisions to get where you want to go. So I feel like this is encouragement, right? Yes, you've made the right decision. You know what you need to do. And you've already started like putting together a plan. It feels like the universe is like, yep, don't stop. Keep going. Let's go. What else are you going to do? When are you going to make things official? Hello, Achilles. How are you doing? If I get your meaning, I apologize for chuckling. Eight of Pentacles and the Moon in the reverse with the Four of Cups. You've got more important priorities. I think there was a time where you did feel like maybe it would be just fine to follow the others or do things that other people were doing or justify being a block to your own success. But something here caught your eye or something became kind of like an easy, I kind of want to say obsession, but that might be a little bit strong. You found a priority, you found a focus. For some of you, this is I started going to school or I identified what I wanted as my next step in my career and I needed a certification. For some of you, this is having a child, but there's this motivation that you hadn't had that you found, and it helped you to realize that this really just was not where you wanted to be. And for some of you, you started worrying that maybe your kid would be dealing with a lot of this energy. But this Moon in the reverse is people who don't have the best of intentions. And your Four of Cups is saying, I don't want to be around that anymore. I don't want to surround myself with negative energy or, people who are like bored with life. Hello, Ralph. How are you doing? Hello, Wanda. I hope you're having a good day. Nine of Cups. Magician in the reverse. And the Sun. You identified what was holding you back and reaffirmed what was important to you. I don't know how I'm going to reach my goal. If I'm only making this per hour, I should get this certification, then I can do that. And then I can save up money for that place that I want to live. This is somebody being realistic about the steps that are required to get where they want and taking that action. Whereas previously, I think there was maybe a little bit of procrastination. So the sun is about being honest with yourself, feeling enlightened. I know what I can do now. Queen of Wands in the reverse, the Star, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, you're meant to do great things. There's a very important path for you. And part of that path necessitated you rejecting the people who make you feel like you are not capable or make you feel like you're not special. They block this magic, but you're embracing this magic instead. So you're not letting the other negative energy around you or the temptation of, behavior or a person get in your way anymore, because this Five of Cups energy is something that can be a bit like quicksand. I feel like, there are other people around you that are stuck in that quicksand. And even if you had been stuck in it for a little bit, you're determined to not let that be your state, right? This is the Path of Shadows. Hello, Voyager. How are you doing? I like this for you. Key, sharp insight, opportunities, and hidden potential. I feel there's been skills or talents or maybe even confidence that has been dormant in you for a little while because you've had this negative energy around you. Or for some of you, there have been things that make it difficult for you to see the reality. But now there's things that you are capable of achieving. There are opportunities that are starting to present themselves to you, and your wisdom, your intuition, it's guiding you to take advantage. Mystic Swamp, deep, dark waters, your reflection you can't see. You won't find yourself if you don't go deep. You're starting to appreciate the difference between what other people think of you and who you really are. You're not willing to let other people define you anymore. And I think you're starting to realize that it's important to have ownership over our own identity, our own path, our own beliefs, that you can't necessarily live your life like everyone else because you are not like everyone else. We have the fallen angel. Was it even real, the paradise I fell from? Or are they just a nightmare, the realms I now roam? There's someone else or somewhere else you're meant to be. I guess maybe also someone else you're meant to be. But you got caught up in an environment that has been a little bit like a spider web. But you're cutting yourself loose, able to choose a different path. This is What's the News? What else do we have? Obsession, physical attraction, and sex appeal. Tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around. And Sneaky Link, hidden lover, low-key situationship, side piece. So this could be someone who's inappropriate at work or a feeling of disrespect in that environment. We could also have a group of friends where people don't necessarily respect the relationships they're in, or there's flirting or not respectful attention between friends of people in a relationship. So again, not a lot of trust here, and it does look like there was somebody that was a third party on the side. Lift off, fast action, progression forward, the wait is over. That was that Tower card, right? Okay, now that I know what I need to do, now that I've been honest with myself about what I've been surrounded by or who I've been dealing with, I realize now that I need to protect my energy a little bit more. I don't think this is paranoia. I think this is realism. I've been letting people into my sphere that I cannot trust, or people that really only think about themselves. And it's time that I be more protective of my energy, because these are people who gossip about me or maybe try to hit on a person I'm in a relationship with. There's just a lot of like discontent. Like, why am I here? Hello, Danny. How are you doing? Hello, Deborah. Hello, Jamie. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Books. What's going on? All right. This is the Poe Tarot. I don't read this in the reverse, just to be clear. What else do we have? Six of Candles, which is the Six of Wands. You are rich, respected, admired, beloved. You are happy, as once I was. Well, there's success and abundance coming to you because you have done the work. There's good karma and rewards. Just like hanging in the air like a video game. You just have to like jump to get them. But the problem is when you surround yourself or when you have multiple people in your life that would take things from you that are yours, whether it's a romantic connection, trying to hit on that girlfriend or boyfriend of yours, or they really like that, I don't know, pair of earrings or that video game that you have, whatever it is. If somebody covets what you have and feel like they should be able to take what you have for themselves, then your abundance is not safe. Your blessings come to you more quickly when you ensure that you are not making it more likely that you lose those blessings to the very people that you let into your house, into your life. Hello, White Rabbit. How are you doing? Oh, no. So you did the clopin? The dreaded clopin on a holiday? You deserve a big old high five or like, I don't know, a free beverage or something. Something serious. I hope you get to relax now. All right, what else do we have? Stop. You guys remember when this card came out, what I thought it was initially? It was this one right here, Ace of Candles, the Ace of Wands. There's something beautiful coming to you. An opportunity, because we already got that key card. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. So I started like analyzing it before I actually like finished reading it. So this is somebody who feels like things could be like incredible, a little bit like fantastic, right? Unbelievable. If they were to let go of some of these temptations or these routines, these individuals that might be a bad influence, and instead focus on the skill, talent, or goal that you have, because there's a dream out there for you that comes true. A dream realized, Page Pentacles. So yes, you've been through some difficult things. You've been dealing with um kind of like lame people that really just think about themselves. But when you walk away from that, you walk into this beautiful new beginning. I think it's a prosperous new beginning. Let's see. This is the Golden Lenormand. What else do we have? Hello, Khalil. How are you doing? Ah, yes. That definitely helps. Oh, I'm excited for you. I hope that goes well, White Rabbit. So we've got number 17, the stork. Number 2, the clover. And number 25, the ring. So keep in mind that the ring doesn't have to be a relationship, although for many of you, this could be a marriage contract. This could also represent a contract of another type. This could be somebody who is buying a house, getting a dream job, because it's right next to 2 cards that indicate good luck. The storks are generally communicating good news. They can, for some, indicate the announcement of a child. And the clover, need I explain that one? I think we all know about clovers. You've got some really good karma. You have good luck. It's waiting for you, but it's like, I don't know. It's like it doesn't have reception in the city where you've been, or it doesn't like that kind of money doesn't actually like spend wherever you are. It's like you got casino money, but you're trying to spend it in like, Kroger. They'd be like, sir, ma'am, this is not Vegas. All right, let's get a few from the Love Oracle. For some of you, this is about love and work, love and money. You walk away from a community that likes to eye what you have and see if they can take any of it for themselves, and you move to a more compassionate community where you're able to find the work that you really want and somebody who wants to be good to you. Did I not say it was like a spider web earlier? Trapped, stuck, tied down, and captive. Distance, separation, space, and blockage. So once you get distance from this community, from this temptation, from this person, perhaps, that's when things start working for you. That's when your abundance comes in. Or as I lovingly refer to it, abundance. You can even be extra cheesy and come up with a abundance dance. I know, I'm awful. Don't hate me. Yes, I do have one. We got mistakes and spying, misunderstood, victim, and lost soul, social network, information, and ways. All right, I'm going to tell you right now one important step for literally all of you where this reading is resonating. Go ahead, do me a solid, go look in your social media accounts, if you have them, and find me some people that aren't really your friend and then remove them. I know, I'm cruel. I'm cutthroat. There are people who like to watch what you're doing because they want to find some way to mess with you or because they want to take what you have. Don't let them see what you have then. The day of like collecting friends on social media is past. So you got some friends you can get rid of on your social media. Longing, craving, aching, and wanting. Open heart. By cutting off these people who have not really been good friends or not been reliable or have taken things from you, because I'm really picking up on theft. You open space for people that are able to deal with their emotions, who want to be good to you or want to be a reliable friend or companion, right? because you're telling the universe, I have had low standards before, but now I've raised them. See how I'm no longer accepting this stuff anymore? Yeah, yeah, cool. Can I get the good stuff now? Block, block, block. Exactly. Conflict, clashing, differences, incompatibility, realization, epiphanies, understandings, and awakenings. Now I understand why it was always so difficult, why I felt like I had to try so much harder than everybody else, because I wasn't supposed to be there, because I was dealing with people that don't see things the same way or don't have the same intentions. You can have the best intentions, you can do everything that you need to, and you can explain or talk to somebody in the most mature way and still not get what you want with that person, because they have to play a part, right? You can't make the whole thing work, right? It's like if you're trying to move a big sofa into, I don't know, the upstairs, and somebody's like, cool, you got this? No, like pretty much assuredly, there needs to be two people moving a couch. Like, I don't know, maybe someone out there is super strong and it's just like, oh, this couch? Yeah, I like to spin it on my finger like it's basketball. But in my world, I need a secondary lifter. Okay? So you're saying, I'm not going to be that person who tries and works to salvage things when nobody else is doing right by me. Alrighty, let's see what else we have for you. This is the Gilded Reverie. Hey, Peggy! I totally had to get more too right before this live stream. I have restocked the Dr. Pepper. If anyone knows if there are issues in terms of getting the join button to be able to join my memberships, if you know anything about that, please put it in the live chat, because I know somebody's trying to figure it out. Oh, thank you, Deborah. So we've got number 36, which is the cross. This talks about a spiritual awakening, and I'm pretty sure that's you. You have realized the priorities, what you are capable of, and what blocks you. So for many of you, you're able to progress to that next level, or you close out a chapter when you communicate to someone in particular. That's done. I'm not interested in that anymore. Blocking an ex, I don't know, changing a phone number, quitting a job, presumably having one lined up before you do so. There's some kind of communication that's like, nope, this is done. And it's a signal to the universe that you're ready for that next chapter. But you have to climb that mountain first. You have to get over whatever this fear is of letting that go. And once you do, that's when you level up. You're being seen as somebody who's willing to choose the long term over the short term. Ooh, synchronicities. We have another key. Opportunities. Yeah, you just have to let go of someone or something. And I feel like you're already like close. And there is something. Oh my God, is it doing the moving thing again? Okay, I got nervous. My camera has a thing where it can follow you and it makes me real uncomfortable. Same with the Roomba. That thing creeps me out too. Anyways, there's an opportunity where you will shine. There is, and like, it's like a perfect fit for what you have to offer and what you are passionate about. And people will like applaud what you have to do or what you offer, but you can't get that opportunity when you're in the wrong location, when you're in the wrong environment. So the universe is, like I said, making you uncomfortable where you are because you're supposed to be somewhere else. So don't miss out on that opportunity. I want you to be all happy and stuff. Or happier. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Hello, Dano. I hope you're having a good day. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.